Bom dia, hello, good morning, welcome to Sao Paulo for the Rolex 6 Hours, round 5 of the 2025 FIA World Endurance Championship. We are getting ready for the start of the 6 Hours of Sao Paulo here in Brazil. LMGT3 looks well placed as well. We should be good to go green. Lights are out, we go green, and it is Will Stevens who takes the lead. The number 5 of Julian Andlauer, the Porsche under pressure, around the outside, Earl Bamber trying to go through, down into turn 2, but the road comes in favour of Andlauer in the red and white Porsche. Behind the white nose of the Peugeot, Loic Duval right with them. There's a little gap back there to the number 20 BMW. Duval weaving furiously to try and build some heat in the Peugeot's front tyres, but it is Will Stevens that leads from Julian Andlauer and Earl Bamber. Loic Duval is right there, little gap back to the BMW, and behind the number 20 BMW of René Rast is Mikkel Jensen in the second, and the Peugeot's the challenge for the lead. The Porsche with great move up the inside, and it is Julian Andlauer who jumps Will Stevens as they get to that double right-hander at the top of the hill, turn 6 and 7. And the change for the Peugeot as well. Loic Duval has, Mikkel Jensen rather, has gone by René Rast. And it does look like Will Stevens has not got heat in the front because he's under pressure from the second of the Hertz Team Jota caddies of Earl Bamber. And watch the red and white Porsche on the left-hand side of your screen, challenging Will Stevens down into turn 1. First call, though, was to hold off Earl Bamber, who was going high, wide and handsome around the outside.
Neat and tidy start in Hypercar.
All of these guys in Hypercar, first few corners did a great job keeping out of trouble. A few sort of positions changed, but not too dramatic. But it's that horrible thing of you can be a hero in lap 1, but you can certainly go to 0, and that really does affect the rest of your race.
We just got a little bit of the end of that. I do wonder whether or not when we see the start under review, whether or not there might be a couple of questions about cars being out of position across the grid hatchings. Looked a little messy to me. Gaining and losing a couple of 3 places.
So that was 21 Francois Heriot on the dirt.
All got a little bit messy there, didn't it, at the start of the race at GT3.
Who was that over
Ferrari,
the grass?
And then that was the 46 BMW in trouble to the outside briefly.
Challenge for second place. Umbrarescu goes back past Darren Leung in the McLaren. So Leung in the orange McLaren down to third. Umbrarescu, the red and white Lexus, back up to second place. Looks like they've now got a bit more heat in the tyre. Oh, down the inside comes the 009 Aston Martin on the 36 Alpine of Fred Makovici, and he tucks him up. Good move, Darren.
An easy, straightforward move down the inside. Both of them sort of running a bit wide at turn 1, and then obviously trying to grab it back for turn 2.
That's not good news. You can see how early, oh no, it's actually, yeah, you saw Ferdi Habsburg being congratulated, commiserated with by the team. They're out of the race for sure.
But this move is here, right, this moment, so great, just needs to get it turned in. Hopefully James can't then attack again on the way through, but that looks like the deal's done. Although, just a bit too early on the gas, and now we'll be in full defence mode on the way down to turn 4.
And it's the number 10 car, and that is the car that started on pole. Tony McIntosh in for a double stint. Okay, in traffic, it is Augusto Farfus going around the outside. Darren, you're a driver.
Oh, he's lucky with that next bit.
Oh, and a rotation for the championship leaders. That's the 92 Porsche. Ryan Hardwick, another of the bronze drivers who started the race. Hard Goodyear tyre. Oh, number 8 Toyota was on the dirt there as well. That looks like a misunderstanding in traffic.
It is going away more dramatically than it is on the Peugeot, and you just saw then, getting back on the power and having a bit of a wiggle on the way out. But this is look, here we go. Traffic played a part of that, and it gave the Porsche that slingshot around the outside and finally gets the move done.
looking for the lead. To the outside comes the Cadillac. Porsche using the GT car, but it's not going to work there, I don't think. Side by side again. Porsche muscles its way back ahead. It will still be there. Poor old McLaren being clattered either side almost. But this is a good run down to the next turn from the 38 car. 12 is right there and waiting as well. Slightly overdid it there.
Get underneath him at this point as well. Those curbs on the exit, they just really upset the traction of the car, and obviously Will's now back up to second position.
He's not going to be held up by this battle, wants to get to and through pit lane as quickly as possible. It's a different strategy now because of that drive-through penalty. They've opted to put him slightly out of sequence with the sister car. 38 desperate to get back into the fight with the 5, and the 12 looking to get around the outside of the Porsche. He's the quicker car at the moment. Great moments, and I think he's going to do it here. Is this going to be the opportunity? I think it is. He goes to the outside.
Now is he going to try and get the switch back or just hang him out?
Got him, got him.
To 2. Amazing, yeah, absolutely perfect.
Great stuff.
Now it'll be interesting to see what the gap is, you know, if he can pull away at this point.
This will be the drive-through.
The drive-through, yep, that's 87.
Watch for Ben Tuck. Ben Tuck following down pit lane for his full stop, but watch to the right-hand side. Don't think we're going to see the 78 car go through. This is 78 coming down now to pit entry.
Power down to turn 1. His second drive in the car this season.
We were saying earlier in the weekend, remarkably, and here comes the 87. So the gap, I think, will be fairly visual. Remarkably, Nakayama, Ferrari got the toe here.
Yeah, it looked like the Toyota wasn't even going to try and defend on this lap.
I think just in front, there's been... no, the Aston Martin was behind anyway. I was just saying that Kamui Kobayashi is in front of the 009. There they are.
Information to the pit lane. Car 5151. Drive-through penalty for unsafe maneuver.
Alessandro Pierguidi, it was determined not giving survival room to the 99 Porsche of Nico Varone. Meanwhile, she's on the outside, becomes the inside. Can she hang on? Fantastic racing from both drivers.
Some force there to manoeuvre Michelle to the outside of turn 1 and then having the line through turn 2, and yeah, that's the gap now, isn't it? I tried super hard to hang out on the outside there. That would have given Michelle the inside for turn 2.
Julian Andlauer will desperately try and make it a Porsche second place as at Le Mans, but again, getting around the Ferrari LMGT3 car. That sort of work for Bourdais. Again, you highlighted the top of the hill there, 6 and 7. So hard to get by the GT traffic. He made a pretty decent fist of it there. And now Andlauer slow up the hill. That's going to see the gap increase, Darren.
That's right. I mean, that's this whole concertina effect with the GT cars. It will go in your favour. Sometimes it will, and other times it won't be in your favour.
Goes the BMW, and that was all about the traffic. It's been like that all day, Darren. Great battles in LMGT3. Porsche coming back though.
I mean, that all happened with it being sort of boxed in through turn 2 and 3 with the GT car and losing the momentum on the way down to turn 4.
Oh, and he catches him just into turn 7. That's going to slow him right down. Andlauer has a clean run through the double right-hander, drops down the hill, and Bourdais still behind the McLaren. This is it, and still behind the McLaren. It's exactly what you said in your intro to the track 6 hours ago, Darren Turner. That middle sector is a nightmare for getting by slower traffic.
And it's obviously worked in favour for the Porsche through that sector.
Is he going to get close enough here, Darren, to get the run on this run to the line?
this is about the final podium spot. Michelle Gatting or Eduardo Barrichello. She leaves him the outside line again at turn 4.
Compromising the
He's actually
18
got a bit
there.
of speed out of this one now.
Wriggling his way through up the hill into turn 6. The crowd go wild. They're watching it on the big screens. Eduardo Barrichello, the pole man, is up to 3rd place. He's got ahead of Michelle Gatting.
Make sure there isn't an opening. And this all happened from turn 4, going in a bit deep on the brakes, running a bit higher on the curb, and giving Eduardo momentum on the way out.
Little lock up into turn 1 of the Senna S's from the caddy.
And it's the 2 battling cars for 2nd place, dealing with the traffic.
Checkered flag awaits. Norman Nato was away on Formula E duty when Hertz Team Jota won with Porsche in Spa last year. Now he is going to bring it to the flag as Hertz Team Jota become the only team to have won with 2 different marks in Hypercar. Cadillac claimed their first World Endurance Championship win, and it looks as though it is going to be a 1-2 for the brand and for the team. Norman Nato, Alex Lynn and Will Stevens claim victory, and Sebastian Bourdais is going to hang on to take 2nd ahead of the Porsche. A 1-2 for Cadillac and Hertz Team Jota. What a result in Brazil.
First victory for me as well in Hypercar. I missed the race last year in Spa when the guy won, so congrats guys. So now I'm really pleased for everyone, for Alex, for Cadillac, and for Jota. You know, it's a new team. As you saw, like we did a pretty strong Le Mans, and to keep going and make progress and to be where we are today. Like, so big thanks to his two next to me and to all the team.
In a day of firsts, it's a first World Endurance Championship victory for Lexus as well. Jose Maria Lopez taking the checker in the 87 car with Clement Schmidt and Pedro Umbrarescu. A huge result for the Acodis ASP team. They have turned this car from a nightmare into a dream machine. Result of the Rolex 6 Hours of São Paulo, a 1-2 for Cadillac Hertz Team Jota, Porsche Penske's number 5 car in 3rd, the only cars remaining on the lead lap. In LMGT3, the first victory in the championship for Lexus and Acodis ASP. TF Sport taking 2nd, Racing Spirit of Le Mans completing the podium ahead of the Iron Dames. Big cheers from the Cadillac crew, a 1-2 result. The stuff of dreams here in São Paulo. The Mayor of São Paulo presenting the trophies, and a huge Brazilian crowd flooding onto the pit straight to join in the celebrations. Ferrari still leads at the manufacturer standings from Toyota. Porsche and Cadillac gaining ground here today as Ferrari and Toyota both struggled. That is it from the Rolex 6 Hours of São Paulo. Fast and frenetic with 2 first-time winners.